Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing a book review on The Real Wallis Simpson by Anna Pasternak. The Real Wallis Simpson is a work of nonfiction by Anna Pasternak, who seeks to tell the real story of Wallis Simpson, who has often been vilified and blamed for the abdication of King Edward VIII. So, my personal history and interest with the historical figure known as Wallis Simpson, who married King Edward VIII, and he abdicated the throne for her. My history with her, I've always had an interest in learning more about Wallis Simpson. She's one of those historical figures that you kind of hear by name only, and a lot of times what you hear about her initially is always very negative. When I first found out about her and just a little bit that I was kind of learning about her, yeah, she was heavily vilified, just so much negativity towards her, and yeah, just so much blame put on her that she was the cause and the reason for King Edward VIII's abdication and whatnot. So yeah, my entire life thus far, I've only kind of really known a very minimal amount. And yeah, I've seen various different portrayals of Wallis Simpson, whether that be through other books of historical fiction or through movies or TV series. I think most notably she's in The Crown, which is put out by Netflix, and then she's also in The King's Speech, which starred Colin Firth. So yeah, I've kind of only known a very minimal amount about her, and I really appreciated that a work of nonfiction came out about her. And this is also a very positive portrayal of Wallis Simpson. Now, I guess as I'm getting into this review, from what I've seen of other fellow book reviewers, especially on Goodreads, in regards to this particular book, there's the people who really enjoy this book and the people who really dislike it. The people who like it, they really like it because of the positive portrayal of Wallis Simpson, and that Anna Pasternak is attempting to redeem the name of Wallis Simpson and to further explain, some more of the backstory in regards to what happened, prior to the abdication of King Edward VIII and whatnot. So there's that side, the people who really love this book and appreciate what Anna Pasternak has done. And then there's the other half of reviewers, the people who dislike this. They really dislike this book because they feel that Anna Pasternak really has a very strong bias towards Wallis Simpson, and that she can't separate her own personal feelings, if that makes sense. That she stays very, very positive and doesn't have like a good balance of positive and negative, I suppose. And that's fair, the people who dislike this book, that is absolutely totally fair, because I think I definitely do see that point of view, because Anna Pasternak definitely has an extremely positive bias towards Wallis Simpson. She loves Wallis Simpson, and yet she doesn't stray too much into some of the more negative aspects of Wallis Simpson, which I think definitely could be a negative. Because yeah, when you're writing a book like this about a real historical figure, you do need to be very balanced. You need to show the good and the bad, It has to be very finely balanced. You don't want to steer too far in one direction, because yeah, you're going to upset people either way, I think. But yeah, as for me, my feelings about this book, I do definitely fall in the positive area, that I really enjoyed this book. I enjoyed what Anna Pasternak was going for. I liked that she was trying to redeem Wallis Simpson's good name and whatnot. So yeah, that's where I am. I really enjoyed the book. I felt like I was learning a lot of stuff, especially just a lot of the backstory. You know, a lot of the backstory with Wallis Simpson before she even marries King Edward VIII, her life prior to that, who she was as a person, her relationship with her mother and some other people in her life, yeah, her relationship with her 2 previous husbands, yeah, I really appreciated that. And I tell you what, I was really falling in love with the love story between Wallis Simpson and King Edward VIII. Yeah, their relationship, I think there were some rather problematic elements to their relationship, because yeah, he was a prince and then he was a king, you know, him essentially kind of pressuring her into this marriage at times. Because yeah, that's the viewpoint that Anna Pasternak takes, is that Wallis Simpson wasn't some, you know, power-hungry, money-hungry woman just going after the King of England, you know, for the hell of it. Anna Pasternak's viewpoint is that Wallis Simpson, in some regards, was perhaps kind of pressured into this marriage, especially by King Edward VIII and whatnot, and yeah, if anything, she was actually extremely nervous about things, and yeah, she didn't want to put her reputation on the line, and yeah, it seemed like she had a genuinely good marriage with her second husband. So yeah, it's like, where did all this with Edward VIII just kind of come from, you know? But still, I found myself falling in love with the love story of Wallis Simpson and King Edward VIII. Like I said, rather problematic in some areas, but as you read this book, it does seem like they did genuinely love each other, and even after the abdication, you know, they did everything in their power to make their relationship work and to make it worth it and to make it mean something, you know, because yeah, they stayed together until the very bitter end, you know. So yeah, overall, I think I do have a bit more of an in-depth review of this book on my Goodreads account, if you want to kind of read a few more other little things I kind of wrote about the book. But in general, I personally really enjoyed this book of nonfiction. It was very, very easy to read, in my opinion. Sometimes I'm very, very picky about nonfiction, because if it reads too dry and boring, I find myself falling asleep. And yeah, I actually found myself, you know, fully engaged in this narrative, widely awake at times, and I did. I found myself learning new and interesting things. So yeah, I did. I found Anna Pasternak's writing very well done, her research very well done. You know, despite her having a very strong positive bias towards Wallis Simpson, but that's not really a problem, I don't think, and for me anyway. So yeah, if you're someone who loves all things in regards to the royal family, if you want to know more about the relationship between Wallis Simpson and King Edward VIII, yeah, you might want to check this out. You might learn something new, you might not. This might be a different point of view that you've never read from before. So yeah, I definitely recommend this. So that's it for my book review of The Real Wallis Simpson by Anna Pasternak. In the comments below, have you guys read this book? Do you plan on reading it? And what's your own personal opinions about Wallis Simpson and her relationship with King Edward VIII? Just let me know your thoughts down below. So that's it for this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you like this video, you may like these other videos. Bye guys.